Hello students, how are you doing all? I am your computer science teacher. So today we are going to see your fourth unit, okay, animation effects in MS PowerPoint 2010. Okay, so have you all written your classwork, children, for the past 3 units, unit 1, unit 2 and unit 3? Yes? Okay, if not, write your classwork by seeing the PDF. I have already uploaded the book bag questions and answers. So write your classwork and come and submit. Let me correct it for you. Okay. So in this class today we are going to see about your fourth unit. Okay. Regarding the animation effects. What is MS PowerPoint 2010? See. Have you all worked with MS PowerPoint 2010? See, MS PowerPoint 2010, it is a presentation software, comes under MS Office 2010 package. Okay. So, what all the software or what all the tools comes under MS Office? MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Excel, MS Access. So, this is one of the software, okay, used for presentation. Okay, under MS Office 2010. Okay, fine. So let's go to the lesson. Animation effects can be applied in PowerPoint with text and objects such as clip art, shapes and pictures. PowerPoint offers a variety of animations on the presentation to draw the attention of audience. What do you mean by animation? Nowadays you can see in movies also. Yes, in movies also they are using animated pictures and 3D pictures. Yes, so animation effects can be applied in this MS PowerPoint, okay, by using what? With the help of the text and subjects such as clip art, shapes and pictures. Okay, so this software MS PowerPoint offers a variety of animations, okay, on the presentation in order to draw the attention of the audience. Okay, so let's see this animation and slide transitions. Animation gives special effects to the individual objects like text, pictures on the slide by making them move on to or off the slide. What do you mean by this? See this animation, for what we are using this animation? In order to give special effects, yeah? In order to give special effects to the individual objects. What are the individual objects? Text, pictures, graphics, etc. Okay, how it performs this operation? Pictures on the slide by making them move onto or off the slide. Okay, so by making the pictures and text, okay, move onto the slide or move out of the slide. Okay, so let's see how to add animation to images. Okay, so the steps to add animation to images are: select a slide that has an image, click on the image to select it, select animations tab and click add animation drop down button from advanced animations group. Animations are also available in animations group. So what are the steps to add animation for images? See, first step is that you need to select a slide that has an image, because here we are going to add animation to images. So you are required to select a slide which has an image. Okay, the slide which contains the image that you are going to select, then click on the image to select it. After clicking the slide, you need to click on the image, particular image in the slide. Okay, then if you click on the image, animations tab will get open, right? So select animation tab and click what option? Add animation drop down button. See, it is given in the bold letters. Add animation drop down button from advanced animation group. Okay, so various animation options will be available in this animation group. So the add animation drop down button has 4 types of animation effects. Okay, once you click on the image, just click the animation tab and from the advanced animation group, click add animation drop down button. So it has 4 types of animation effects. So what are the 4 types? Let's see. The first type is entrance. The effects under this type reveal the manner in which the image enters the slide during slideshow. So if you choose this particular entrance animation effects, what does it do? It enters the slide during the slideshow. While slideshow in the presentation of MS PowerPoint, okay, when you choose this entrance animation effect, the animation enters the slide during the slideshow. Clear? So what is the second effect? Emphasis. What do you mean by emphasis? The effects under this type provide a specific highlight on the image during the slideshow. See, when you select this emphasis animation effect, it provides specific highlight on the image. Okay, the image which you have selected in the slide, which you have applied the animation, okay, it gets highlighted when you choose this emphasis animation effect. Okay, so next we'll see about exit animation effect. The effects under this type indicate the manner in which the image should exit during the slideshow. What do you mean by this? When you choose this exit animation effect, the image gets exit during the slideshow. Okay, so when you choose this exit animation effect, when you click on the slideshow function, okay, the image will get exit, right, during the slideshow. So what is the fourth animation effect? Motion paths. So these effects are for custom animation where the user can specify the path on the image. So what do you mean by this? So these effects, this motion path effects, it is for custom animation. What do you mean by custom animation? We can customize our own animation effects. By default, you will be having some animation effect. Okay, so when you choose this motion path, it is for customizing animation. Okay, where the user, which means user means us. Okay, so user can specify the path on the image. Clear? So these are the 4 types of animation effects. Clear? Okay, so see this diagram shows the 4 different types of animation effects. See, entrance, emphasis, exit and motion path. So in entrance animation effect, you will be having various options, sub options. You need to select the particular option. Likewise, in emphasis animation effect, you will be containing sub options. Okay, so likewise in exit, you will be having different options. You need to click on the particular option. Okay, so these diagram shows the 4 types of animation effects. Clear? So next we'll see about how to apply transitions into the slide. Okay, slide transitions control the movement of slides during the slideshow. Transition occur only during the appearance of the slide. So see children, this slide transition, for what we are using this transition? It provides control, okay, to the movement of slides during the slideshow. Okay, so see the simply remember box. To remove the transition from the slide, select transition tab and click none from the transition to the slide group. So if you don't want this transition from particular slide, which option you need to select? Transition tab, okay, and then click none option, so that your transition will get removed from the slides group. Clear? So next we'll see the steps how to add transition to the slide. So why we are using slide transition? In order to provide control to the movement of the slide during the slideshow. Okay, so transition, when it occurs only during the appearance of the slide. So if you don't want any transition, you need to click transition tab and click none option. Okay, so what are the steps to add transition to the slide? Select the slide to add a transition. First you need to click on the slide for which you need to apply the transition. Then select transition tab and choose an effect from the transitions to this slide group. See, it is the options are given in the bold letters. Okay, the bold letters in black represents the options. Okay, so after selecting the slide, you need to click on the transition tab and choose the effect from the transition to this slide group. See this? Here it shows none option. Okay, so if you click none option, the transition will get removed from this slide. Clear? So we can set sound and duration of sound during the slide transition. See children, during the slide transition we can also set the sound and duration of the sound. Okay, so see this diagram, sound and duration option. So what are the steps to set the sound and duration during the transition? Click the sound drop down button from timing group and select any sound effect. Click the duration button to increase or decrease the length of the transition between the slides. See, in order to set the sound, what option you need to click? Sound drop down button from timing group. Okay, see this diagram shows the timing group window. Here you need to click the sound option. Okay, so in order to click the time sound. Okay, so in order to select the timing, you need to click the duration. You can increase or decrease the length of the transition of the sounds. Okay, so clear about this. So let's see this tech facts. Loop until next sound checkbox option under sound drop down button continues playing the selected sound until next sound starts in the presentation. See, when you choose this loop until, what loop will do? What loop means what? In order to repeat the function we use loop. Yes, looping system. So here loop until next sound, from the name itself you could able to understand, is it? See, loop until next sound means it continues to play the selected sound until next sound starts in the presentation. Okay, so see the simply remember step. Well placed animation can help emphasize important points, as too much of information at a time can be distracting. See, well placed animation can help emphasize important points, because if you give too much of information it will be distracted to the slide. Yes, understand? So this is about how to set the sound and duration of the slide. Okay, so next we'll see about how to apply sound clips to slides. Okay, there are two different options. Apart from built-in sound effects, we can add sound from files in the computer into our presentation. The two ways to insert sound clips to slides are applying sound from files, recording own sound. See children, we'll be having built-in sound effects. By default we'll be having so many sound effects, but we can also add sound from files in the computer. We can browse the computer, what is the desired sound we need to apply, we can select, okay, from the computer into the presentation. So what are the two ways? Applying sound from files, recording own sound. First we'll see about applying sounds from files. Okay, the audio file stored in a computer or any secondary storage device can be inserted into the slide in PowerPoint. So as I told you, we need to browse the audio files that already we have in the computer, or we can also select the audio file from the secondary storage device. Okay, so that can be inserted into the slide in the presentation. So what are the steps? Let's see. Select the desired slide to add sound. What is the first step? You need to select the slide in which you would like to add the sound. Okay, then select insert tab. Click audio drop down button from media group. Okay, select and click audio from file option from audio drop down button. The insert audio dialog box appears. Choose the location of the audio file from the computer and click insert button. A speaker icon appears on the slide with format and playback tabs appearing under the audio tools contextual tab on the ribbon. Select playback tab and select either automatically or on click option from the start drop down button from audio options group. Okay, so see children, first you need to select the slide, then click insert tab. Okay, see this window, it shows the audio drop down button, isn't it? So you need to click the insert tab. After clicking insert tab, you will be displaying this audio drop down button, okay, from media group. Then click audio from file option Okay, the first option is the audio from file option, which means you are going to select the particular audio from the system. Okay, so then select audio from file option. Okay, the insert audio dialog box appears. After clicking this option, insert audio dialog box will be opened separately. Okay, then choose the location of the file where you have your desired file in the system, either in the desktop or D colon or C colon, whichever path you need to select the location of the audio file from the system. Then click insert button. Okay, so after clicking the insert button, a speaker icon appears, okay, on the slide with two different options. What are the two different options? Format and playback tabs, okay, appearing under the audio tools contextual tab on the ribbon. What is ribbon? It is nothing but a strip of tabs presented on the top of your window. Okay, so select playback tab and select either automatically or on click option. Here also you will be having two options, either automatically or on click option. Okay, from the star drop down button from audio options group. Okay, so this automatically option plays the sound automatically when the slide appears in the slideshow view. So this option plays your desired sound from the computer automatically whenever your slide appears in the slideshow view. The on click option will play the sound only when it is clicked. So if you select this on click option, you need to click the button manually. Whenever you click at that particular time, your sound will get played in the slide. Okay, fine. So to play the sound, click the speaker icon and click play or pause tab right below the speaker icon. So to play the sound manually, which option you need to click? Speaker icon, and click two options will be there, play or pause tab. Okay, then this will be presented at the right, okay, below the speaker icon. So you need to click on this in order to play the sound manually. Clear? So see this tech corner in MS PowerPoint 2010. The three types of sound files that can be added to slides are .wav, .midi and .mp3. These are the extensions. Okay, three different sound files that can be added. So these are the only extension files which can be accepted by the MS PowerPoint 2010. Okay, so this is about the first method in order to apply the sound from the files into the slide. Okay, so what is the second option? Recording our own sound. To record our sound, we need to plug a microphone to the computer sound card. Okay, in order to record our own sound, we need to plug the microphone, okay, to the computer sound card. What are the steps? Select the desired slide to add recorded sound. Select insert tab and click audio drop down button from media group. The same steps you are going to follow, but here instead selecting audio from file, you are going to click record audio button. Okay, because here we are going to record our own voice. Okay, select and click radio record audio option from the audio drop down button. The record sound dialog box appears. Okay, see this is the record sound dialog box. Okay, so type a name for the audio recording if needed. If you want, you can type the name, or by default it will appear some name. Okay, so type a name for the audio recording. Click record button to start recording and click stop button to finish recording. After clicking the audio recording option, you can start your recording, and at the end you can stop the recording to finish the recording. Clear? So click play button to listen to the recorded sound and click OK button. The audio file is inserted into the slide once you click the OK button. Okay, you can click the play button in order to check your recorded voice. Okay, so after clicking the OK button, your audio file will get inserted into the slide. Clear? So a speaker icon appears on the slide with format and playback tabs. Okay, appearing under the audio tools contextual tab on the ribbon. Okay, so as similar like the first method, this speaker icon appears on the slide with two different options, format and playback tabs. Okay, under the audio tools contextual tab on the ribbon. Clear, children? So this is about today's class. The remaining portions will be seeing in the next class. Okay, clear? So let me have a short recap for you people. So this lesson is regarding the animation effects in MS PowerPoint 2010. Okay, this animation gives special effects to the individual objects like text, pictures on the slide by making them move on to or off to the slide. Clear? So next we have seen how to add animation to images. Okay, for this we have performed certain steps. Okay, so see read out the steps. So next we have seen the 4 types of animation effects: entrance, emphasis, exit and motion paths. Okay, these are the 4 types of animation effects, and we have seen in the picture also. It also has different options, sub options we can select, okay, to insert into the slide. Next we have seen how to apply transition into a slide. For what we are using transition? In order to provide control to the movement of slides during the slideshow. So transition occurs only during the appearance of the slide. In order to remove the transition, you need to click none option, okay, from the transition to the slide group. Next we have seen the steps how to add transitions to the slide. Okay, next we have seen how to add the sound and duration during the transition. We can increase or decrease the length of the transition. Clear? From the timings group. Okay, children, clear? So next we have seen how to add sound clips to slides. We have 2 different options: applying sound from files, which is nothing but by default you will be having various audio files in your system. You need to browse your desired audio file and you can insert the audio file into the slide using the following steps. Okay, so next we have seen how to insert the own sound. Okay, how to record our own sound and insert into the slide. For this you need to click the record audio option. Okay, so by following these steps you will be inserting the own voice into the slide, okay, during the slideshow. Okay, here also you got 2 different options: format and playback tabs. Clear, children? So all of you just take a book and go through this topics from this video. Okay, the remaining portions we'll be seeing in the next class. Clear, children? Okay, thank you all.